Hello friends, today I want to answer the question, are corporations buying up single-family homes? Well, by the end of this video, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of which corporations are actually going out there in the market today and buying up single-family homes. And I'll also detail out what that means for you as a real estate investor and what it means for the economy and the housing market. Have you ever wondered if corporations are really buying up single-family homes with the goal maybe to buy them up and raise rental prices and control a bigger part of the rental market? Are you curious about how this could affect real estate markets and trends in today's economy? Well, stay tuned as I reveal the facts behind this trend that's happening right now by first explaining what type of impact this can have on the housing market. Next, I'm going to cover what implications this has for homeowners and renters alike. Finally, I'll give you some advice of how this can benefit you as a real estate investor. If you're ready, let's go. So recently, there's been a lot of rumors that institutional investors are going out and purchasing up a ton of single-family homes. And I want to look at this from two different angles to provide the clearest picture for you as a real estate investor. Because here is what's bothering a lot of people. These institutional investors obviously have a ton of money. And if they go out and they buy a big portion of single-family homes in today's biggest and best markets, and they're able to control that, they can many times control the price of supply and demand of these homes, not only from a purchase standpoint, but also from a rental standpoint, because if they're able to raise rents and control a lot of this market, it's going to be much more difficult for you or I as a real estate investor or as a homeowner or as a renter to be able to compete with that. And let's just start with the largest institutional investor out there that a lot of times their name gets thrown into this, and that is a company called BlackRock. So I went to BlackRock, and this is what they say directly off of their own website. And so I'm just going to read exactly what BlackRock said on their own website. They said a number of other large asset managers and private equity firms are very active today in purchasing single-family residences. BlackRock is sometimes confused with them. As a fiduciary asset manager, we invest and manage capital on behalf of our clients in a vast array of public and private U.S. real estate markets. But buying individual homes is not one of them. So that's directly off their website, but as I did a little more digging, this is what else that I found. That they have been heavily investing in mortgage companies and construction companies. And these mortgage companies and construction companies are buying single-family homes or investing in single-family homes or building single-family homes. So as I did a little more digging, here's the other thing that they said. So this is directly off the website as well. Most recently, we began investing in new construction, purpose-built for rent housing developments that add supply to the market and address the increasing demand we see for property type. Our focus is on building single-family rental housing that can be managed and operated similar to multifamily properties with dedicated property management, leasing, and amenities. So that is a direct quote from BlackRock, but one thing I've noticed about these companies is they are very good about wordsmithing what they want to say to the American public to make it look like that they wouldn't be as involved as we think that they are. However, I continue to do a little bit more digging. This is what I found. Now, BlackRock owns or is highly invested in some private equity companies that are out there actually buying up single-family homes. So they might not be doing it themselves, but some of the companies that they've invested money into or that they own that isn't theirs, but under their umbrella are doing just that. Now, a private equity company is one that takes private money, right, and their own private companies, whereas a public equity company is one that invests in publicly traded companies. So that's the difference, just for clarification purposes. And many of these private equity companies that BlackRock has an interest in plans to buy even more single-family residences. And one piece of alarming data that I read right off of CNBC's website was this. They said by 2030, some institutions may hold up to 7.6 million single-family homes, or more than 40% of all single-family rentals. And that was according to a 2022 forecast by MetLife Investment Management. So to sum it up, some of these institutional investors aren't outright buying homes themselves, but they're investing into organizations, companies, private equity companies that are going out and buying single-family homes for the purpose to have these as the sole purpose of renting them out. Or they will have investments into mortgages or construction companies that are also out there building single-family homes for the purpose of renting them out. Now, one important thing to know on that forecast of 40% of single-family rental homes, you've got to understand that that's not all single-family homes, right? If we say that the number for single-family homes in the United States is, say, 150 million, right? And if they own 7.6 million single-family homes for rental, That's different than owning 40% of all single family homes. We're talking about single family homes that are in that rental pool. So 40%, we're then saying that maybe 18 to 20 million homes are on the market to be rented out as single family homes. And if they own 7.6 million, that's roughly 40%. But still, that is an alarming stat that we have to take note of. Now, could all this change? Absolutely. However, it does raise eyebrows that if institutional investors can go out there with their buying power and purchase up all of these single family homes for the purpose to rent them, could it affect rental markets? It absolutely could. So what does this mean for you as a real estate investor? Well, number one, it might not be a bad time to go out and start purchasing single family homes. Because if you can start growing a portfolio of single family homes, you're going to be in a good position if rental rates do go up or if prices do go up. And think about it. If you own a single family home and you're renting it out, you have somebody paying all of your expenses, your mortgage, for an asset that you own that is going up in value. And if you have somebody in that home that you bought today and they're in that home 10, 15, 20 years, and if you're especially on a 15-year mortgage, within 15 years, that asset is completely paid off by somebody other than you. And you now have an asset that's worth quite a bit of money. And if you continue to rent it out, prices at that point might even be higher. So some of you might say, well, I don't have the money to go out and buy single family homes right now. Is everything lost? Is there anything I can do? And the answer is there absolutely is something you can do. You just have to be creative and look in the right places. So here's a few things you can start doing right now to take advantage of the single family home rental market. Number one, I would look in areas where homes are a lot cheaper. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm looking in the Midwest where I'm looking to buy single family homes that are below $100,000. Now, I'm not looking for a major project to fix it up. I'm looking for a single family home that's maybe even being rented right now, or it's in rental condition, move-in condition. And I'm doing a handful of different strategies once I buy these homes, either a slow flip or cash flow flipping, which essentially is a lease option strategy. Now, there are some additional strategies you can do with single family homes that involve seller financing. One of those is called sub 2 or subject to. This is where you go to somebody selling their home and maybe they bought it 3-4 years ago, but they need to sell it. But the challenge is if you were to buy that home right now, interest rates are so much higher right now than they were 3 years ago. So if you can buy it subject to their current financing and just take over their payments, it might require you to get a private lender to get them some money to get into that home. But if you're able to have the interest rate and the payment where they have it right now and be able to turn around and rent that, that could probably pay for your entire mortgage payment plus the payment to the private money lender that's helping you get into that home. And the other reason a seller might do this is because honestly, a lot of baby boomers, if they were to sell a home right now and they were to get all that capital gains home, let's say that they own the home outright and they bought the home 30 years ago and it was $100,000 and right now that home's $400,000, they are going to have a capital gains tax on $300,000 anywhere between 15 to 25%. That is a huge chunk of change that they might not want to pay. So would they rather take payments over a period of time and spread that out? Absolutely. And I would even recommend them doing that because getting hit with a big capital gains tax is not a fun thing to have happen. But if those payments are spread out over time, that could be a good scenario for them. And those are some things that I'm doing knowing that corporations are out there buying single family homes. But I'd be interested in what you've heard, what rumors you've heard, what news you've seen, and what strategies you might be engaging in knowing this information. And once again, just for stopping by, I've got a free gift for you. It's a short-term rental calculator where you put in all of your input, your income, your expenses, the price of the home, and it'll spit out to you whether it's a good deal or not. And it's 100% free, no obligation. Just click on this link below, aaronsfreetraining.com. And once again, thanks for stopping by and watching the video. Have an amazing day.